Hello guys, welcome back to the second part of the Line to Something simulator series. So today we are going to add like cutting, and we are going to add like all the UI and stuff. So here the money with like cutting here, just those stuff. So this is what we did in the last episode, as you can see. It's pretty good. And yeah, so let's continue. We first of all have to insert or write a script inside the JavaScript service. So let's add a script, and this script will like remove player collisions. So let's get the local group name. I found the script also somewhere on YouTube, I think, just to make my life easier. Then we get the physics service called register collision group, the group name. Then we get the physics service and set the collision group set collidable, group name and false. Then we do local function change group with the part. Then we do if part colon is a base part, because of course player parts are base parts. Then we do part dot collision group is equal to group name. So then we do local function handle character edit, and this will get the character. And then we do for underscore every part in I pairs character column get descendants do. We do change group for the part. And then we need players dot players dot player. Okay, it doesn't know players. Let's get players local players is equal to game colon get service players. Can now it works. Well, okay, so anyways, we do players dot player added colon connect function player. No, not this. Just do player. And then we do player dot character edit colon connect function character. And then we do handle character edit for the character. And then we do character dot child edit colon connect function object. Why does this keep happening? And then we do change group for the object. That's pretty much it. Okay, so also you need to go to my Discord server. Let me get the scene here. So in my Discord server, which you can find in the description, you will have a channel called updates. And in there you will see the both like the images and the RBXM that you need. So make sure you download this. I of course have it, so I don't need to download it, but let me download it anyways. So let me just get it, and then we can continue with the video. So now that I got it, we want to go to workspace, right click on it, and do insert from file. And then you could just insert it and paste it into starter.gui. This is the UI I designed for you. You can of course change this out, like redo it, anything. You just have to make sure that anything is named the same. So yeah, you can of course change the UI however you want. So then we want to make a new folder in the starter.gui, and we want to rename this folder to scripts. Then in here we want to do a local script, and I'm gonna name this the UI handler. So then we need to define a lot of stuff in here. So we first of all need services, of course. Then let's get local player, which is equal to players.local player. We need the player GUI, so local player GUI is equal to player.player GUI. Then we need the local inline. This is basically both GUIs. It's equal to player GUI, wait for child inline. Then we can copy this, paste it into outline, paste it in there. So then we do the functions for inline, and this will be local inline underscore main is equal to inline wait for child main. Then we do local inline underscore bottom is equal to inline main wait for child bottom. Then local inline underscore money is equal to the main wait for child's money. So then we do local inline underscore money underscore per seconds is equal to el money wait for child per seconds. Then we can copy this, paste it, and do money, copy and paste. And then we do local inline underscore bottom underscore buttons is equal to el bottom buttons. So then we do copy this, paste it into price is equal to bottom price. Then we can copy this and do local inline underscore bottom underscore buttons underscore cut is equal to this watch out cut. Then we want to do the same thing for outline. So this is less. Let's copy this, paste it, and do copy this. Just to OL. So we get the bottom, we don't need the money. So we get the main and the bottom. Is it? Oh yeah, we need to go to the main, of course, and do bottom. So then we do local outline underscore bottom underscore buttons is equal to bottom buttons. Then we do the description thing. So description is equal to this description, and then we need local this underscore play is equal to this play. That was it. Then let's get threshold. So local cut threshold is equal to 60. So what this does, in the main server, we give the player money, right? So we give the money to add, which is basically this distance and stuff. And we do this every 0.5 seconds. So this is basically seconds to be able to cut divided by 2. So if this is 60, you need to stay 30 seconds on your current tile to be able to skip to the next one. Yeah, I'm gonna just do it to 60, but I'm gonna do it to 1 for testing purposes. So then I think this was it for the functions. So then we need a few functions which updates this stuff. So let's get the function to update per second. So this is just updating the labels. Like, we have the per second label here, and we want to update this. So we can copy this. and get local per second. And then we have to bind something to the player. We want to do this with the attributes. We call this attribute per second. Then we want to go to the main server. And then here where we give the player the money, right there, we want to do player set attribute per second to the money to add. Also, we want to scroll up here and change the instance of new int value to a number value, because we are going to utilize the decimals. So like 1.8 or 2.7, and int values don't have decimals. So this is why we change it to a number value. So when we have the per second, we want to do if per second, then we want to do the money like per second dot text is equal to, and then a $sign, and then yeah, we need to write a new function. So let's get the function for format numbers, or format number, the number. So this is kind of like technical, but I can try to explain you the best I can. So if number is higher or equal 1 to the thing of 9, so this would be like 1 and then like up 9. I don't know how to explain it in English, but it would be like, if you follow my cursor, like in the 1 here and then the 9 up here. So it would be 1 times 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 1. That's basically like up. But the E basically means like zeros. So this would be a 1 with 9 zeros. So 1 billion, right? So then we want to return string.format. And then we need to do %.1, then insert this. So this just like, I can't even explain to you, I'm gonna be honest. And then we got to give the num and divide it by this basically. Else if num is higher or equal than 1 with 6 zeros, would be a million. Then we can copy this and just change this to a 9, to a 6, and change this to a million, to an M. You can copy this and paste it one more time. Change this to a 3, this to a 3 too, and this would be then K. And else, we just want to return just this without an K or anything. Then we got the format number. So now we can do format number with a 2 number per second. And then let's do in a second, because we got this here too. We got the dollars and then per second. So then we can copy this function, paste it, and name it update money. And then the local money would be player colon wait for child's leader stats colon wait for child's money dot value. Don't forget the dot value. And then we want to do copy the money. So here, this dot text is equal to, we can do a $sign, and then format number, and then 2 number, and then the money. That's pretty much it. So then we can copy this and paste it into updates cut price. So then we need to get the per second again. And then we do if per second, then the local cut cost is equal to we do toNumber per second, and then we do times the cut threshold, like I said. So that's basically, so the per second is of course what we get per second, or in this case per half second. So 60 would then be 30 seconds, 10 would be 5 seconds. You get it. And you basically multiply this by this. Yeah, I think it makes sense to you. But yeah, once we got the cut cost, we can do the price. So inline bottom and price dot text is equal to price to cut colon space $, and then format number toNumber cut cost. So then we need a function to start up. Then we do task.wait 5, and then we do while inline.enabled do, and then we can do update per seconds. We can do update money. We can do update cut price. Not update per second again, update cut price. And then we do task.wait 0.5. So yeah, then we need to do inline underscore bottom under the cut here, the cut button, and then dot most button one click connect function. Then we can get two things, which would be the per second and the money. So then we can do if per second, then local cut cost, of course, the cut cost again, so we can copy this, paste it in there. And then we can do if toNumber money is higher or equal to cut cost, then the local remote function, which we have to create that, is equal to, then we want to go to replicated storage, create a remote function, and rename this to cut. Is then to replicated storage, wait, watch out, cut. And then we do if remote function, then remote function, colon invoke server with the cut cost. And yeah, that's pretty much everything for this. So we can join the game now and see that exactly nothing is working. Right. Oh, of course. It is not because I forgot to write it. So we need to do if player then startup. Then we can play. And let's wait 5 seconds. And as you can see, it's getting displayed. We got the price to cut. And everything works as fine. We can set the waits to like 1 second, I think. Should work still. Yeah. That's good. So this is good. We get the money displayed. We see how much we get per second. And that's good. So then we need to script the cut and line. So let's go to our main server and actually get the thing up here, because we need to honestly change a lot of stuff in here, because it was quite confusing, or not confusing, but I had to like redo a bit to get this to work. So let's go from top to bottom and see if we have to change anything here. So for the move to tile, we kind of have to change something, because the biggest problem with the moving was that you didn't move because your walk speed was 0, because we used to move 2, right? So yeah. And here we want to also do root path.cframe. But I have to do like, I have to see how I can stop the humanoid from moving without setting its walk speed to 0, without the weird animations or anything. Yeah, I'ma get to this later on. So then we got the move to tile fixed. Just get this in there. Then we got the move players up. Let me change this actually to move all up because it just makes more sense. So for move all up, see if this remains the same. Yeah, I just want to implement one check, so we do if new tile, then it's good. Paste it in there. And I think the rest should be remaining the same. Yes, it is. So we can move all up. Also, let me move this above the move to tile, just for preference. Also, let me get the... Oh, sorry, I mean the... Sorry, I meant below. Sorry. So below here. And then we want to get to those two. I would just structurize this a bit. I like this, I think. I think it's good like this. Yeah, we get the thing there. We get the spawn tile, remove tile, move to tile. Then we got the locks. Then we got the move all up. Then we get to give money. This is fine. This is fine. And after here, we would then do the next function. So local function cut. This would get the player the cut cost, of course. So after here, we would then do this. But now let's check if everything is right. So for now, I'm gonna set the lock player movement to 16 still. I have to think of something else to lock the player. But for now, we just have to do it like this. Yeah. So for spawn tile, I think there is nothing new. No. Okay, this seems very good. For the gift money, this should also remain the same. It is. It is. It is. Let me see. Okay. And then we can do the cut. So for the cut, it's a kind of longer function, but it's easy to understand. So we get the current tile. Remember, because we got the table of the player tiles, and we can just index this with the player.useID. So it's very convenient to get to the tiles. Then we get the local front tile number. It's equal to current tile, or let's get to number current tile dot name -1. And this would then get the tile. So if we are currently on tile 2, this would then give us 1. And then we get local front tile, because of course we need to check if it's there. With the active tiles folder, colon find first child, toString front tile number. And then we do if front tile. And then we can print something. We can print the current tile, the front tile number, and true. Also, you might have noticed that I'm on the old studio. It's just because you can update it to the new one in the beta settings. I had it to this, but I reverted it back because it was kind of lagging and sometimes crashing, so I just got back to the old studio for now. Yeah, that's basically the reason for this. Also, I had errors with testing. I thought they were from the new studio, but they were not. It's just a weird error from Roblox. We might as well just encounter it later on too, but it doesn't really affect anything. It's just a visual bug, I think, and it kind of makes your UI go away, just the Roblox UI. But yeah, it's pretty much, yeah, it's kind of annoying. So then we set the other player. So we set front player to the other player we found. So then we do if front player, then do if player.leaderStats, dot money dot value is higher or equal than cut cost. And then group player tiles. Index is with the player dot user ID is equal to front tile. Then we can copy this. Set this to current tile. And then this would be for the front player. And then we would do task.delay 0, function. And then we would move to tile. Why am I doing the task delay? It's just because they move simultaneously. Because if you just call it like, if you would just do move to tile and then one space down, then move to tile again, it would then first move you, and then once your move finished, then the other player. We don't want that. Oh yeah, also we need to change this here to move all up. Okay, so then you can just copy this, paste it down again, and this would then be for the front player, and it would be for the current tile. So then we do player.leaderStats dot money dot value minus equal cut cost. And then we do return true. Else, if player dot leader stats dot money dot value is less than cut cost, then must warn player dot name does not have enough money to cut. This is good. And then down here in this else, so if there is no front tile, we just printed this, but this would be false because it's not possible to cut. Then here we return false. So this is the cutting. And then let me see if, oh yeah, of course, we need to go here and do cut function dot on server invokes equal to function player comma cut cost, and then we just do return cut with the player and the cut cost. So let me see for here. Let me remove the create leader sets before here. So then for the character edits, I think this is good. We actually can, yeah, we might as well structure this a bit. So for the can move, then we want to change this a bit up. So we can remove the non-players, we don't need it. And we can cut this and paste it in the character, like after here. So the tile number is equal to 1. And then we do while active tiles folder, colon find first child to string tile number, do tile number plus equal 1. So what this will do is, because I found an error when two players join at the same time, they get put on the same field. Because of course when they join they have the same amount of players, right? So the problem, like the fix is, you just loop through all the tiles and see if there is no tile, and then you set the player to be on the tile that isn't there yet, which would be like when there are 7 players, then you would spawn on the 8th tile. Yes, so that's pretty much it. Then down here, if tile, then we can remove this. We don't need it because of course we're already checking for the character. And then this would be it. Yeah, this would be it. So then down here, we need to, okay, I think this would work. Yeah, this is all good. So I think this was actually it. So we want to go to, let me quickly enable my full screen again. So we want to go to test, and then start a 2-player server, and then just click on start. And then in no time, or maybe in some time, based on your PC, there should be popping 2 clients. As you can see, 2 clients. Close the output on both. Now I didn't get the error, but sometimes you will see that you get the error. Also, a few people have been wondering why the first place doesn't get like barely any money, but the second place gets so much. It's basically because I can quickly show you. Let me get to my script again. So here in the main server where we give money to the player, this does 1 times 1, like from distance to front, and then it does like up, and the distance to front here is just 1. And when this is used, it is very, very like, it's extreme based on if you only go 1 up. If the distance from front is 3, you get like less, like a lot less, like really much less. But since it's 1, it's barely anything because it's basically just this. So yeah, 1 times 1 with the players and the gut thing. And then when you think that it's like, so maybe you got 3 players, then this would be like 3.3. And then this up by 2, it's just way more. But yeah, that's the logic behind this. So let's get back to our testing. So as you can see, we get the press to cut. You can cut the line, and the 2 players change position. You can do this multiple times. And as you can see, it also changes the thing. So here we got 99 per second. And now we got 99 per second here. This is basically the whole cutting. Now we can test one thing, and this would be to leave. And then we move up, and the tile gets deleted. So this is perfect. It's working perfectly, just how we want it. Yeah, that's pretty much it, I think. In the next episode, we are going to do winning, because if you are in the, as you can see now, my money froze because I'm trying to cut a line and it's trying to search like a field that's not there. So it's just erroring right now. Or it's not erroring, it's just giving me less money, sorry. But basically, in the next episode, we are going to do the winning. So this would then handle like, basically, when you are in the front place, this will get to like a timer counting down from like 30, 29, 28, 27. And if this hits 0, then you will win. So basically, when you stand at front, 30 seconds, you have to stay there and not get cut by anyone, and then you win. And then once you win, we will like put you out of the line and disable this UI. Have to disable no player. Disable the inline one and enable the outline one, which is able to get you back in line. And when you click this, you will just be put at the end of the line again. So that's pretty much it. Thank you for watching, and see you in the next part.